Rapper PNB Rock has died after being robbed and shot in Los Angeles on September 12th per the Los Angeles Times. PNB Rock, whose birth name is Rakim Allen, was 30 years old. Rest in peace to a SoundCloud legend. This video is dedicated to PNB Rock, legacy, and how he carried himself as a true artist. PNB Rock is an American rapper and hip-hop recording artist from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His father was killed when he was just 3 years old. I could only imagine what it was like growing up in that situation. He was raised in Germantown neighborhood, which was not considered ideal by many means. He grew up listening and taking inspirations from gangster rappers such as Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. His family faced poverty while Rock was growing up along with 4 other siblings. Having 4 children made it very difficult for the family to sustain their normal lifestyle. In order to earn a living, his father became involved in illegal activities in 1994 and was killed in a gang feud. His mother was burdened with all the responsibility for the poverty-stricken family. She frequently checked into shelters with her children, and Rock spent most of his early days in these shelters. Rock entered school and fared well. Apart from being academically good, he was a highly popular kid. Many students followed him around. However, this popularity led him to score poor grades and contributed to his ouster from school. At the time, his uncle, who was taking care of the family, died in gang war. And this turns Rock's life upside down. He started leading a life of petty crimes and drug peddling. He was sent to jail for 3 years at the age of 19 after being accused of robbery and selling drugs, man. Inspired by his struggles in life, Rock started writing songs in prison. He was determined to start life afresh once he was out of the cell of prison. Soon as he was out of jail, he started uploading videos on Instagram under the hashtag TBH, a viral trend that allows people to sing about other people's pictures. Around this time, his popularity rose further and he decided to make his own music. In early 2014, Rock collaborated with one of his neighborhood friends, another music enthusiast. They came up with a track called Weekend Baby. The song focused mostly on chaotic sounds, rather than vocals or melody. Nevertheless, the song went big in the Philadelphia club scene and made Rock confident about his skills as a musician. After the local success of the single, Rock started working on his debut mixtape, which was based on poetry and the song lyrics he wrote when he was in prison. The mixtape titled Real Nigga Bangers was released on June 2014, and it received good response. This paved the way to get noticed by major music companies, Atlantic Records being one of them, a deal that he ended up desperately signing, but very understanding why he wanted to sign with them. Deal with a future version of himself highly regrets. So stay tuned on the reason why, and I'll explain it in full. They located Rock and offered a deal, which he gladly accepted. And his first project with Atlantic Records was a mixtape titled R&B 3 in 2015. This was his 3rd mixtape, and by the end, he had already earned a big name in the gangster rap scene. His authentic blend of R&B and rap music did the trick for establishing him as one of the very few new artists who didn't follow any set patterns. His music was loved and respected at the same time. June 2016, Rock released a single titled Selfish. The song became an instant hit and debuted on the US Billboard chart number 51. This was his first nationwide success in October 2016. He was honored by Rolling Stone magazine. He was included on the magazine's 10 new artists you need to know list. Rock collaborated with Fetty Wap for a mixtape titled Money, Hoes, and Flows. Similarity, Rock collaborated with many other musicians such as Kodak Black and Kevin Hart. In 2017, his album GTTM, Going Through Emotions, was released by Empire, distributed by Atlantic Records. It was initially said to be his first proper album, but music critics just called it a mixtape. The album peaked on the Billboard 200 at number 28 and sold more than 1 million copies within its week of debut. Feel-good R&B music with deep and heartfelt love stories had the fans going crazy for his music. He was subsequently signed on by the producers of Fast and Furious to record the soundtrack for them. Rock worked on the song titled Gang Up, which also featured 2 Chainz, Young Thug, and Wiz Khalifa. He presented another single called Horses, with A Boogie with a Hoodie and Kodak Black. He was featured on the annual Freshman List of 2017, released by XXL. Finally, in November 2017, after years of working on mixtapes, PNB Rock released his fully fledged debut album titled Catch These Vibes. The album title and the cover art were released by Rock in September 2017 on his Twitter account. And the album featured 18 tracks. Many of the songs were done in collaboration with other artists. And the album is still enjoying successful run on the market right now. With all the rise in fame in his career, he does like to keep his personal life pretty covered up for the most part. Like I said earlier, PNB Rock has had a difficult past, which he's never shied away from, at least talking about in his songs. Most of his songs are autobiographical in nature. Rock has 4 siblings, including an autistic younger brother and one that died in a gang feud a few years back. He frequently donates money for autism research and other social deeds. Rock likes to keep relationships secret, but it is assumed that he started a romantic relationship with a girl when he was 15. They broke up in 2009 when he went back to jail. But he admits through his song lyrics that he never has actually been in love ever since. However, he did have a few relationships, and one of them ended with him having a daughter, Milan, who was born in October 2013. He welcomed his second child and daughter, Zuri, with his girlfriend Stephanie in 2020. In early 2022, they ended up breaking up. Back to the music side of PNB Rock. His debut album, Trapstar turned Popstar, was released in May 2019, man. PNB Rock was featured on Ed Sheeran's Cross Me, which is a part of Sheeran's album, No. 6 Collaborations project. Along with Chance the Rapper, PNB Rock released a single featuring Pop Smoke titled Backseat. Then in January 2020, PNB Rock released a track titled Ordinary, featuring the late rapper Pop Smoke, and also went on to feature another late rapper in January 2021, King Von, in a song titled Rose Gold. All these fire releases, PNB Rock started to slow down with dropping music. And the reason may actually shock you. PNB Rock took to social media on Thursday, April 8th to air out his frustrations with Atlantic Records and voice his intentions to exit his record deal. The Philadelphia-born artist tagged the label on his Instagram stories, while claiming the corporation has made millions of dollars from his music when he hasn't even received $1 million. He wants to pay what's needed to get himself out of the deal that he originally signed in 2015 at Atlantic Records. I want to buy out of this BS deal you got me in, he said. Y'all been making millions off me for years and haven't given me $1 million yet. This isn't the first time Rock has spoke out about his record deal. In March, he claimed he makes no money from his music and has to make cash from other ventures, saying, "Where somebody would have sat and told me not to take this deal. I don't make money off my music. I got paper still." This was close to the time that PNB Rock faced a setback when the judge ordered him and producer Genius to pay $1.4 million after being sued for copyright infringement. Rackboy Cam argued YFN Lucci's Everyday We Lit sounded very similar to his own song, Everything Be Lit, and was also awarded 50% of Rock and Genesis royalties, $4.5 million in legal costs, and prejudgment interest. Now let's skip to 2022 now. Not really the best time. Rapper PNB Rock was fatally shot during a robbery in Los Angeles Monday. Los Angeles Police Department Chief Michael Moore said Tuesday. Police responded to a possible robbery at Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles on Wednesday, Manchester Avenue, at 1:15 p.m., where they found a victim with multiple gunshot wounds. LAPD Kelly Mona said during a news conference Monday evening. Moore confirmed the victim was identified as Rakim Allen, also known as PNB Rock, during a Tuesday meeting with the Los Angeles Board of Police Commissioners. Yesterday was a very high-profile murder that occurred at Southeast area, a local restaurant involving a music artist by the name of PNB Rock, Moore said. Mr. Rakim Allen was apparently there with his girlfriend or a friend of his, and they were there enjoying a simple meal. Allen was brutally attacked by an individual who apparently, we believe, came to the location after a social media posting of the artist and the woman accompanying him. Moore said a picture of the pair's meal had been posted on Instagram, with the location tagged. He said a black man attacked the rapper at the restaurant, demanding his property. PNB Rock had an extensive amount of jewelry and other valuables, Moore said. After a verbal exchange, the suspect shot the victim multiple times and fled into a getaway car in an unknown direction. According to Moniz, the victim was transported to a local hospital and died at 1:59 p.m., according to Moniz. She said no one is in custody and there's very little information on the suspect at this point. Mr. PNB Rock was shot and killed and lost his life there, simply over jewelry and valuables. Moore said, our investigation still continues. There was an extensive amount of cameras and investigation leads that will follow to solve this case, which is really, really sad. His passing represents an enormous loss to each and every one of us, the post read. Our most heartfelt condolences, thoughts, and prayers go to Allen family and this difficult time. The safety of our employees and guests are our most priority. We have and will continue to keep our place of business as safe as possible. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and share, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of this.